Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome and welcome to today's edition. I want to welcome each and every one of you. Let's share the show. Um, let's share the show. Please, if you can, share the show. Welcome and welcome. A lot to talk about. As you can see, the topic of the road to the 2023 elections. There's a lot to talk about. There are a lot of things to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. Share the show, please. Invite someone. Welcome in, welcome. The guys from Liberia will be joining us soon. Welcome to today's edition. Let's share the show, guys. Let's share the show. Share the show as you come on. Share the show as you come on. I'm very sorry you will see me. Share the show as you come on. You will see me checking out some things here. We have a lot to talk about. I know many of you are interested in the trending news or information. We'll talk about some of these things, but we'll tell you some of the background information as to what's really going on. If this is actually a political move. Wow. And wow. The show will be interesting today, that I know. That I know for a fact. Sekou will be joining us any moment from now. But the show is expected to be interesting. There are a lot of things happening in our body politics. We'll be talking a lot of things. Joseph Konto, my man, what ain't going on? My man, we yell. We yell. We will not get political leader near where we yell. Yo, when you're watching her from Sweatrue, Jason Spear, watching her from Sweatrue to Monrovia. Thanks for the show. Oh, okay, you're making your way from Sweatrue to Monrovia. Okay. My man, thank you for following us, my man. The guys from Liberia will be joining us as well. Again, welcome to the show. Let's share the show, please. I'm trying to get my... a lot of things been happening. A lot of things have been happening. Just a lot of them. They've been happening. Interesting things, by the way, have been happening. And we're privileged to some information. We're excited to be here today. Please share the show, guys. I know a lot of things going on. Today I started it. It's promising to be very, 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 very interesting. It's promising to be very, 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 very interesting. It's promising to be very, very, very interesting. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of things going on, guys. I can tell you that for a fact. Like I said, Sekou will be joining us momentarily. Let me this is all the road to 2023. It's all about the road to 2023. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of information, a lot of things happening in Liberia though that we need to talk about. There are a lot of things, just a lot for us to not talk about. There are some unfolding stories behind closed doors that you probably might not be aware of, but that's why SKTV is here for us to talk about some of these things. Um, my boy Christmas, the late Christmas Sally would say to sharpen the contradiction, to erect the necessary checkpoints. Yes, that's why we are here. We'll talk about some of these things. Uh, we'll make sense of some of them. We'll talk about the politics in Liberia. Um, like I said, Sekou will be joining us momentarily. We'll talk about oh the ANC. We'll talk about the ANC. Since we are ANC paid and hired people, we'll talk about the ANC today as we are paid agents for the ANC. Some of you claim. We'll talk about the ANC today. We told you before that no, the ANC or CPP, that no political party, no political leader is of this. Let's discuss the Liberian issue. Nope. That your favorite politician, that your president that you're depending on to come to power, that your person, that your party. We don't care about that. It's not important to us. It is not important. So we'll talk about the ANC. We'll talk about the ANC today. We'll talk about the CPP and the struggles. What's going on? We'll talk about it today. So y'all get ready. It will be noisy. This show will be noisy. So the ANC people, y'all come. CPP people, y'all come. We'll talk about your here today. Nana Joseph Yuban Pwaka conversation. Nana President Joe Weah conversation. Nana Liberty Party conversation. That's CPP, especially ANC. We gotta know what's going on. And nobody's stupid yet. So we'll discuss your two. See that the good thing about and the good thing about SATV, we can discuss the issue. Yep. Even your favorite politician, we can discuss your favorite politician. Even our friend that we get connection with, we can talk about them here. And the thing I love about this station, and that's why I'm stuck with SKTV, because we can talk about everybody, anybody. And the good thing, they can do nothing. Because we're not in no criminal, illegal activities. We're not. So the road to 2023 is on. Before we get to the musical break, we'll be recognizing you. So if you're here, let's start sharing the show. Let's start sharing the show, guys, please. Let's you will have to write for us to recognize you though. We wouldn't be able to recognize you without you writing. That would be practically impossible because we wouldn't know if you're here or not. So please let's share the show. We are seriously counting on you to share the show. If you not share the show, we're not on our political talking show. We're not going to talk political talk today. We just come and just tell God thank you for today, and we leave. That's what we do. So you please share the show. If you not share the show, we're not talking no politics here today. Guys, I'm pulling up some kind of document here. So share the show. Share the show as it promises to be very, very interesting. Some people come and get in their feelings. Some people come and get vet. Some political party then come and get vet. But what didn't concern me is that. When I finish, I will stay eat my dry red with my fried fish and mind my business. So nothing concern me. Nothing concern me in that one. But let's share the show, guys, please. All right, I was doing something here. Almost there, guys. Almost there. All right. I think we should be ready here to go. Okay. Welcome to all of you. Um, welcome to all of you. Um, welcome to today's edition. Today's Saturday, the 18th of February, 2023. Can you imagine we're already at the 18th? Um, we are the 18th today. That's very. February is almost done with. So we got roughly 10 more days to be done with February. We'll be hitting March, and we'll be talking about something different. A lot of good things, a lot of good prospects for the politics of Liberia. Like I said, we'll be discussing a lot of different things. We have a lot of random topics. A lot of information will be brought up as far as we're concerned. Sekou will be joining us momentarily. I know Sekou is getting ready here. I can see that he shared the show. Let's share the show, guys. Let me refresh your minds really quick before we get to the musical break, and we'll talk about other news and other things quickly. Let me refresh your mind really quick. Once upon a time, I think I said this to all of us, that whatever made you to be friends with a person or build that relationship would be the same thing that would break the relationship. It is important for you to think about what brings you together, because that thing would probably be the cause for your relationship to break or spoil. Once upon a time, I was listening to a video someone shared yesterday as a reminder for the breakup of the CPP. I was listening to it, and I think it was Louise Page that shared it yesterday. She reminded me of it, and I listened to it last night. As a matter of fact, Sekou and I listened to it. We played checkers, and we listened to it last night. Very interesting. Normally, I don't listen to myself after the show, to be very honest. I don't. I put it away. I move on with life. I focus on the next thing or something different. But it was interesting how there were a lot of things that were said in that video that people did not catch or did not get. But we are here. Fast forward today. Oh, I can see someone watching from Miami, Banave Estate. My man, Saros, I will recognize you here. My man, Banave Estate, I used to buy my roasted cassava red to Ben stop there. You think you cool right now. That roasted cassava with a butter, they can be that small butter they can sell in a plastic. They can sell the small butter in a plastic, they tie it, then they get a roasted cassava and plenty in there right on the side there. My man, I can call him my team everyone. I've been nagging the while we're giving it in town. Don't see me let it. Nobody's stupid, yo. I don't know if they say something there. If they say something there, give me cool, brother. Because when I can't do the time, I gotta pick up my team from there again. Yeah. I can eat my roasted cassava, my roasted plenty, my roasted corn. We move. So yeah, one of them, my man, Red Band, stop there. There, I used to tell the Papa again from 1603 there. Okay, you don't even let me know going to some things there, man, before I space on myself. I'll tell the Papa from 1603 there. Anyway, let's get to the issue. Because when we discuss our brother, we put on points into it again, you know. Yeah. But anyways, let me see if somebody will call another community again. Let me let them know that I've been in that community. I know it in and out. I know I know all they going on there. But anyways, it's cool to have all of you back here on SKTV. Let's start recognizing some of you really quick before we get to the musical break, because we have a lot to talk about. Just a lot to talk about. we start a conversation today with uh, some burning issues, some issues that we Liberians need to look at very carefully as we head towards the 2023 elections. That is if, again, there will be 2023 elections. That is if there will be 2023 elections. Let me say again, that is if there will be 2023 elections. We'll keep our factor constant as we recognize our viewers. Again, we'll be joined from the guy from Liberia very soon. Very, 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 very soon. I know all of the Spoon Talk panelists, guests are watching from distance. That's good. Follow the show. You'll be shocked as to how we know some of the things we know. We'll read a letter of resignation. We'll dissect that letter. And we're sharpen the contradiction. Because nobody's stupid here. Nobody's stupid here. You know, normally people can say, oh, the man know me. He could have called me to ask me. He could have called me from my side to ask my side, whatever it is. That's true. But how about you know me too? You can call me to tell me yourself the story. Because you know I will talk about it. So you can call me too. It's vice versa. I've heard many Liberians say, oh man, know me. You call me to get my side of the story. Yeah, but you get my number though. So call me too. What's wrong with you? Your phone not working? Your phone working? Your phone is working. It's true that I'm supposed to maybe call you. But how about when I call you and you don't return the call too? How about when I call you and you don't return the call? And you see the call. And the way I know you see the call is because when I call you, it says caller waiting you are. That means you're on another line. That means you saw my message. The way my phone is programmed, when you're talking to somebody else on the phone, I can tell that you're talking to somebody else. So when you want to come out and lie and say, I'm not on the phone, I will know you're on the phone. And I will tell you you're on the phone. Yeah, I have my own phone program. I don't know about your phone, but my own phone is programmed that. And that it just programmed a long time before I even got involved in Liberian politics. Long time. It was just programmed like that. It has nothing to do with the Liberian politics or whatever like that. So we'll talk about it. I wrote a post this morning. I didn't want to talk about the whole incident that was going on. But before the incident even started, or before it went on, you can rest assured that we had an inside scoop. We knew exactly what they were doing. We know about the fight. We know about the argument. We know about the yo-yo between them. We know about the noise between them. We're fully aware. Fully aware. We'll talk about it. Well, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting stuff here, guys, for you to listen to. Very interesting stuff. We'll break the letter down. Like I said, the resignation letter. Since it's public, we'll talk about it. It's no longer a private issue. So I don't think I should be calling you for any private issue. It's public. We'll talk about it. But we'll talk about what y'all saw that letter. It's just the bad blood of what happened behind closed doors. But the noise just started now. At 2023. The noise just started. Anyways, welcome to today's edition. Let's recognize some of you here. We have Joseph Conto. Joseph Conto says good evening. Steve, my man, good evening, Joseph Conto. Joseph Conto, where you always joining us from? Liberia. Can you please write this so at least some of us can be aware of where you're joining us from? Liberia or where? So we can know. I made a prediction on my post today. Let me read that prediction really quick. This resignation could lead to more noise and yo-yo. The fight between Twe, McGill, and President Weah is on. CEO, who is Stanton Witherspoon, as they would term me as CEO, is deeper than you think. And no, money played a role. We'll talk about the post. We'll talk about the post. But let's move fast forward because while we're recognizing people, me, I let to talk in memory that we're making someone who can write and leave ourselves on record. Because today or tomorrow we'll go back to what we said. Then we know who all been lying or what we did not say and we kept quiet on. It's okay that our history is made. People leave themselves on record to write things. Let me go back to a post that I made. Quick here. No, I'm going to that one. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm looking for this post. When this Stanton noise came out. Okay, while I'm searching, I will surf through this as we get to it. But let's Joseph Conto, Jackson Spear, welcome to the show. Ansu Ducle, welcome to the show. You guys are not sharing the show. I can tell. Sergeant Simeon? Sergeant Simeon watching us from Grand Basel. My man, we part of Grand Basel watching us from. You need to let me know the exact location. I beg you, Chief. Please. We part of Grand Basel. Yeah, let me know we part of where's on you. Where they going from? At the country now, we want to understand the country. We know the country. Regina Wilson, welcome to the show. Orita, welcome to the show. Cyrus, welcome to the show. Tanya, welcome to the show. Vivian, welcome to the show. Agnes Barkley, welcome to the show. Cyrus, again, welcome to the show. I don't even understand that. Sarah Miata Dakina, welcome to the show. Oh, Uncle V. You know when you see your big brother there, and you see a veteran, you gotta pay respect. Uncle V, good to see you. Good to have you on. Uncle V, what's up? Thank you for hosting also for the Super Bowl. It was good. We had a good time. Thank you for hosting us. Yeah. Uncle V is my big brother. He's one of my senior. Long, we go way back. When I was actively playing football, Uncle V was one of the leaders that saw potential in me. He will always advise me off the page, on the page, talk to me, lots of respect and lots of love for Uncle V. Uncle V, good to see you. Now you got me shy, I say. Now you got me shy. Normally people who I know way back who really play a key role in my life when they come on, I'm a little. But Uncle V, good to have you on. Good to have you on. I will slow down now that I know you yet. Because I know I'll get some kind of call from you when I cross the line. Anyways, Uncle V, welcome. Alfonso P. Dolo, welcome. Randall Thomas, welcome. Randall, by go waiting plow move. My man, I just shared the show, man. Okay, well, thank you, brother. Anita, welcome. Cyrus again. Alice, Siako, welcome. Sarah, my man, you tell me where you. No, say we resign from the show. I said we resign from the show. So we resign from the show. What kind of man you let noise there? Fumba Toure, Fumba Toure will vote. He chairman for vote. that bodyguard to Joseph Yuma Boaga. The chairman. He said, vote win election. Format way. The last time I saw your chairman, I saw him bodyguard to Joseph Yuma Boaga. That lie. Coretta, welcome to the show. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. Let's see. Mohammed Stanley, welcome to the show. Yeah, for my strange resignation. That's true. It will go against Dr. Jeremiah. We're both the next person. Like, bro, okay, no problem. Anybody get a red thing? Anyway, they want to think. Moses Gwe. Coach, what's up? What's going on? Oh, I say all my veterans here today. What didn't happen now to you know they want me to put the show here. Because all of them just chauffeur to the normally they don't rap, but to the umpire chauffeur. Ha! That my coach there, my coach from all the way back home. Coach, my respect. You already know. You already know. Moses Gwe is my coach from all the way back home. You know when people say they know you, that people don't know that you can go ask about. Yeah, see. Uncle V, Vakaba Sise, Moses Gwe. Yeah, these are people that they're saying they know me. Yeah, then we can talk. On your Facebook. Mohamed Toure, Joseph Dougley, Caroline, good afternoon to you. Romeo F. Dennis, Angie Backley, I've already recognized you. Elton Teddy, Conga, welcome to the show. Clay Street, my man, our own song on the Keke Pro down Clay Street. Elton, I was one working how to do. I was going on that corner, and I call the corner neighbor, the Keke Pro down, brother. See somebody from up now walking now. As someone sweating, I sweat again. I was sweating when I got to the place that the person thought that row was chasing me. I was sweating, brother. But we still made it there. So my Keke Pro down that Clay Street. That Clay Street there, I don't like it too much because Keke Pro down only there. Then the Keke boss with traffic, I'm helping push the Keke. What wrong with you? I wear a dress like that. I'm looking sharp in my suit, trying to go impress. I beg you, yeah. I said, I'm pushing it. I walk past him. I even take my chains out from him. So if you reach out to me, Teddy, I can tell you the Keke ball. My chain, still get my chain. Maybe you can take it from him. You can, what you go here? I don't get a problem with that one. You get my chain as you speak. So you can reach out to him, Teddy. You can make it happen. Just tell him, I will take the suit I was dressing and everything I did. He will get you the chain. And he want me to have more. I'll call you. You told him. So you can get it. You can get it cash, brother. You can get it. Jimmy Dennis, Bash Will is still asking for coming 70K update. Bash Will, maybe you missed the other shows. We have Chairman Musa Ability on here. We had a Luscious show on here. We have Mariah on here. We did ask them about a 30K. So it's good for you to go and ask them though. Press Ma. You can go and ask them. Maybe they'll tell you about, or you can go and rewatch the show. They will update you on there. Genevieve Brown from Marshall Ellen Estate. Oh, okay. Marshall, I heard scoring is becoming good. Ma, Pris Ma. Yeah, Pris Ma, we're back on. Nicholas Gray watching us from Atlanta. Which part of Atlanta? Naomi, welcome to the show. Sigi Kuma, my man, what is going on? Ishmael Suarez watching from France. Which part of France, Ishmael? You mentioned Kangra. I think you mentioned you in. I'm not sure. Are you in Minnesota? Have I met you? I think I'm not sure. Maybe I met somebody that day in Minnesota, but I'm not even sure. Sorry, I'll respond, Margaret. I'm very, very sorry. I will respond. Probably been overwhelmed and with a lot of different things going on. So sorry, I will respond. Please, I respond. Normally, I respond to everybody though. Everybody that sends me a message, I probably just either oversight or something, but I will respond. I'm very sorry. If I didn't respond, I'll respond. Yeah, Genevieve, the Allah I give for the show heavy. Telling you laughing, I won't give you free money, you laughing. Okay. No, brother, sorry. Anybody living Clay Street, just contact me, yeah. Tell you, see now, you're not putting noise on the show. They ask me a question, why you got to red Clay Street yet? The corner I was going in, the guys want to chat there. I was going. I was dressed in my suit to go see the law face. But look, I beg it. That girl, Faith Taylor, that girl, the corner I was going in. The guys want to chat there. So when I met her, came from out of town. So I was already late for the service. I was late for the service. I had Christine Ladner. Welcome to the show. Yeah, the resignation by that is okay. Yes, your email. Chief, I see one of my chief from all the way high school. Chief, good to see you, Mohammed Jakane. Good to see you, Chief. And the man I used to mail all that time buying the day to call ground. They are all seeing on it when you can't live. Call ground. I started playing for the school, so I used to use my excuse for the school to not call ground. I beg you, yeah. Nobody's too big yet. But Mohammed Jakane, good to see you, Chief. Who you're on today. Good to see you. Paul, welcome to the show. Yvonne, welcome to the show. Ahmed, welcome to the show. And I'll go a little faster now because we got to get into the show. Sole, I beg you, I want to join with you. I want your trouble. I was waiting for you to call your name, laugh me in the town. You the last person I wanted to call. I beg you, you hear the Bible say? The lie not be fair, and fair not be lie. I beg you, you are waiting for to call your name. I was waiting for you, Mama. Don't even check. You are waiting for. Trust me. I was waiting for you to call your name, lie me in the town, Julian. So that you are waiting for. Faith? Okay, White Land, Indiana. Okay, Faith. Thank you for following us. People following us from all over. Okay, when Sekou tennis and again, I can think he's joking, but the road to 2023, like we say in the elections here, it's getting very sticky. Let's get to the musical break. And I know all of that want for to play find a friend like me because you're like that the G's you're like. Maybe I'm a child of God, I don't gossip. So I'm not going to go into that your gossip thing. Timothy now, what's going on? Yeah, Timothy now, I know the big platform thing, how to do it. Boy, what's going on, Chief? Yo, Augusta, what's going on with you? Zola, you buy you VIP. So we gotta call you large. And we'll call you instead, we gotta put respect on your name. Because you one of the strong stakeholder on this show here. You been here for. Yes, you can go. Yeah. I'm not talking about Carolina who just joined the show. You Metro who just joined the show. No, certain point I don't call any why trouble to deal with me. I'm talking about CDK commander who just joined the show. No, that's the point we are discussing. No, that's the point we are talking about. I'm talking about Bash Weldon who just joined the show. That's not I'm talking about. That's not the point we are discussing. I'm talking about people who been on the show. I'm talking about Fuma Toure. Fuma Toure who they promoting Jeremiah Wapo who the polygon to the polygon. I don't want to discuss it. We discussing polygon there. Yeah, we discussing who the real partner on the show. Yeah, Carolina Jack King around who did it red thing. It's Jack King. It's Jack King. By the way, let's get into the show, guys. Let's get into the show here. I'm not sure. I hope you guys are seeing me. Let me get to the musical break here, really. Y'all just won't play the music here to bring noise behind Stanton and his poison. Anyway, I will play that music. No, I will not play that music because I got it been here won't be. Me, I'm a child of God now. I can't play gossip music there again. I will lead a garden. I will play the music what people won't be president. That the whole noise that you see, the whole noise, it surrounds one important thing: the elections. the presidency, the big platform, the noise that why it bogs down to. But we'll talk about it in depth here. We'll go in depth here. But like I said, we'll talk about the ANC and the CPP. We'll talk about them a little bit today. But let's get into a musical break here. I want you to see the actors, those on the screen. Please pay attention to those on the screen. Because some of you will not get the chance to dance today. The music that you won't dance, you'll not get a chance to dance. I'm not playing no gossip music on the show here. I told you I'll give my life to God and I won't be in your noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Sonega Diabo. I'm glad with the great opportunity given me to introduce to you your president.
Babu want to become president. Muskilo want to become president. Poppy Dossa want to become president. Crazy man you see want to become president. Mr. Krede want to become president. Mr. Lala man want to become president. President you will see you. Mr. Roro want to become president. Diego. Now how the president business will be. We suffering for some more. Mr. Lala want to become president. President you see want to become president. Mr. Become president. It can't be one angry. Let me tell you something. When they want to become president with Lala, they will come and say, as the president of the Republic of Liberia, I thank you people for introducing me as the president. Power invests in me as the president of the Republic of Liberia. I want to make sure I will bring the rest press down. Yeah. I'm going to pull all the fear press down. I'm going to bring the gasoline press down. Yeah. Kalolo want to become president. You know easy again. You want to tell me say president will charge money eat up become president? Cross take up become president? It's not easy. Liberia will support you. When they be president to them, they will stand and say, I'm Mason. I will bring down Moldova and bear you new Moldova. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to steal the government money. I'm going to make sure 7-7 get their back pay. I'm the president going to make sure that the AFA going to be paid in 2 weeks. I'm going to make sure the student going to get 12 buses. I'm going to make sure for the little children they say, I'm going to buy two plastic bags for them to poo-poo inside. Yeah. Babu, you see, want to become president. Mr. President want to become president. Mr. Dongo want to become president. Lala want to become president. Karen Ripper want to become president. You know, issue so free, Liberia. Listen to the speech. As the president of the Republic of Liberia, I'm going to make sure I'm going to electrify the city into 1 day time. As the president of the Republic, I'm going to dry the whole of the sea and pay you people estate daily. As things go bad, Republic of West Wind going to be an estate. Mr. President, become president. Mr. Lala man want to become president. Mr. Roro want to be.
It's
Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me. Bombe jene oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie. Your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie, bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. I hear them say they want me go. I say
Some of them say they want me go.
I say
Some friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh. Some friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh. Some friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh. Friends yelling ah oh ah oh. Hey, see bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. Okoro, 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 okoro. They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. Okoro, they won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. Okoro,
Friendship, see friendship. Can't see Papa T friendship. And I want no bad for friendship. And I want no wedding friendship. Wangolo, 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 wangolo. Wango for bestie, wango for daddy,
I
wangolo.
hear them say they want me go. I say I hear them say they want me go. I say
Some friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh ah oh. Some friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh ah oh. Some friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh ah oh. Friends yelling ah oh ah oh ah oh ah oh. Hey, see bestie, your bestie not friend but my bestie. Your bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy, want him alone. Find a friend like me.
DJ Young T.
Biggie, yeah. We know what is going on. We know what time it is. Anyways, let's get to the conversation. You're sorry, I don't know, technical problems. One of the first time I played the music was when some people were rejoicing doing a court case of the CPP, and they were in courts, and some people were rejoicing. I think that's around the time this music came out. So this music is very timely. But I want to refresh your mind on something I wrote really quick on December 29th. I wrote it on my Moses page. I want to bring your attention to it quick before we get into the conversation. Now, it's important for us to document. It's important for us to write. Some of the things we know about the past or so forth, is because people wrote them. So I wrote this post on December 29th. Like I've always said to all of you who watch us on SKTV, Sekou does not do a lot of the writings on his personal page or whatever not. Once in a while he will, but again, everybody's at will to do what they want to do. But I do most of the writing on my page, and I give you hints here and there about things. And so sometimes some people follow, from distance. They don't click. They don't say nothing. It's respected, and no problem with that. Sometimes some people don't follow at all. They don't want to be involved. I've gotten some friends who say to me, "My man, you're too much involved with the politics." And I say, "Okay, no problem." So I will not come on your page. I will not do that because I don't want this. No, no wala. But also, I've made a huge disclaimer that if you come onto my page and I write a post, you stick with the conversation. Because if you don't, then you'll be black. And the only reason you'll be black is because fools are not my friends. And the way I know that you are foolish is because you refuse to follow simple instructions, such as follow what I've written. Let's talk about what's at hand. The topic there, if you want to talk about anything else, go on your page. When you come on my page, you follow what I write. The topic for that day that what we discuss. If the topic is not ANC or Cummins or Tiawan Gongo or whoever it is, keep them out of it. If the topic that CDC, talk about CDC. That ALP, talk about ALP. That UP, talk about UP. If I mention a specific person's name, talk about that person there. If you deviate, I will try to bring you back. As soon as you want to argue, you want to go back and forth, bon voyage, keep it moving. I don't do well with fools. They're not my friends anyways. But let's move forward to what I wrote. On December 29th, this is what I wrote. This was my prediction for this year. Let me recap it. Come 2023, there will be lots of strange, deceptive, and evil things going on in Liberia by politicians. The level of betrayal, deaths, and surprise to maintain power will be very high. And that's true. I stand by what I wrote. It's written there. Let's move fast forward to, I know you want us to talk about the current thing that's going on with the stone talk and so forth. I know that's why many of you are interested in. But I want to push it just aside just for a minute. I want to push it aside for a minute. Because it's important for us to point out to some things, to some signs that are at hand that we are ignoring and overlooking in the politics of Liberia. We got here today not by mistake. We got here today not by mistake. Don't let nobody fool you. I'm not even seeing anything. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. What did I hear? Something is not okay. I think we got here today not by mistake. We are here today not by coincidence. Nobody should lie to you. The stages, the prerequisites, everything that had to be in place to bring us here had already been in place a long time to bring us here. We didn't get here by magic or by mistake. I say this to say that the next thing that will happen in Liberia, the stage is being set for it. Whether you know about it or not, whether you are aware of it or not, it does not make a difference. It doesn't mean it will not happen. What you see with Stanton and the rest of the guys, it's not a mistake. It's not a coincidence. But we'll get to it. I'm saying this to say that we have the power to change what will happen next or not. We do. And so this brings me to the first group of people that want to lead the country. And that's the ANC and the CPP. Many people have reported, it's not they say, that the ANC and the CPP has a huge communication problem. That there are some people that are safeguarding or keeping Mr. Cummins from speaking to people or meeting with people. As a matter of fact, we have spoken to key people who have been impacted and affected by these moves. Let me say this to the ANC people and the CPP people. We have criticized Jose Yuman Boakai, George Weah, and other key political figures. Your ability to win anything in Liberia will be based on the relationships you build. Let me say again. It will be based on the relationships you build. Your ability to connect, communicate, and keep an open line. Mr. Cummings won't be president of Liberia. Mr. Cummings not better than the Liberian people. Let me say it so it can be clear to all of us. Mr. Cummings is not better than the Liberian people. You can never be better than the people you want to serve. This has been one of the major problems that have made it impossible, practically, for Mr. Cummings to make the ways he's supposed to make, because there are some people that claim they want to protect Mr. Cummings. Let me tell you something. Before some of y'all met Mr. Cummings was a grown man. He protected himself, God first. Y'all stop the foolery. Y'all stop the bureaucracy. Y'all stop this nonsense. Y'all stop it. Y'all stop it. To the point that it's even reported. I'm not speaking here based on allegation or this. We've spoken to key people. Some of them who want to endorse Mr. Cummings, who want to work with Mr. Cummings. But because of the lack of communication, starting from Mr. Cummings, his handlers, and other people, they're even afraid to come around. Let me say this. Part of the reasons people term the ANC as elitist party. I'm not saying bring every Tom, Harry, Jerry, or whatever it is to talk to Mr. Cummings or whatever it is. Part of the reasons people term the ANC or the CPP as elitist group of people is because you quote unquote want to protect Mr. Cummings. You know, the last time I met with Mr. Cummings face to face, openly, with everybody around in the public was in California. We had this media setup thing that we had to do. And just before we got set up in the backstage, a couple of people were like, we got to ask, they can call, I think the president or presidential people who hired them, they can call them chief. We got to ask the chief if there's any restrictions and questions or anywhere. I was right there. And when they asked Mr. Cummings, I was there. Lofa Jula was there. The guy from LPR TV was there. Sekou were there. Sekou was right there. They asked Mr. Cummings, is there anything you would not like to touch on? And he said no. Let him ask any question. I was right. I was standing right there. I don't say somebody said to me, I was right there. I was there. The reason I'm saying this is you need to get your act together. You're not the perfect party. A politics you're in, you're not a holy party. You need to get your act together. If you want to protect somebody, go protect yourself. Mr. Cummings is in politics. He wants to be president of the Liberian people. You need to build this relationship and connection. You're not even able to seal a deal. You're not even able to cut a deal with people. No community. You're just it's just. I don't understand. Up to now, some people still don't get it. If the United Party have small the money that you get, we'll not be having the discussion we're having today. I will say this today. The United Party might not be the best party to replace Joel, but they have a very effective way of communicating and reaching out to people. Do you know how many, all of the criticism and challenges we've ran on Joseph Waka, do you know how many UP people still reach out to us? Do you know? To have conversations? But people sit down in the high horses, and to even, I've heard some of the radio stations even complain, to even send representative to go to make your case. They're supposed to beg you. You make everything loaded out, quick business, like you're too civilized for the people. When we talk it, then people won't say this, people won't say that. Everybody in the Liberian politics will be scrutinized equally. Nobody. Let me tell you something. That thing where I can be on, where I can hear some ignorant people talking food in there. Oh, your own Cummings this, Cummings boy, your Cummings back. Let me tell you something today. Cummings ain't by nobody. ANC ain't by nobody. If ANC messes up, they play the mess, or we'll hold them accountable there, and that's what we're doing today. One of the major problems in the ANC, your lack of communication. Serious problem. Serious problem. That not one person now say, everybody get the same problem with you. You don't communicate, you don't close out on deal, you don't keep up. The same problem Prince Johnson said to chat to Joey a few days. 5 years, Joey I call speak for him. You're not winning presidency here. You slow down, calm down. You calm down. It's not this important. And I can't go the kind of person I am. I'm not going to subject myself to that. I'm not going to call. First of all, I'm calling you for what we got to talk about. What we really got to talk about. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to go beg nobody for anything. Me and nobody going to be on anything. The people who I talk to on a daily basis, I talk to them on a daily basis. That's it. I'm not calling nobody. You won't call me, you'll call me. You want for a talk, we'll talk. But you need to get all your hard horses. Talk to people. Make the connections. If you got interpersonal skills connection or something, don't project it on the entire party or the entire CPP. Then keep in the back. Do the diplomatic secretary work in the back. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Mr. Cummings won't be major political actor and leader in the country. Mr. Cummings is supposed to be engaging people. Mr. Cummings will be talking to people. Mr. Cummings will not die if he take phone and call the common Liberian in the diaspora or other places and say hello to them. He will not die. That's part of the strategy. It's politically expedient. It's strategic. It's okay. Let me tell you something. Some of these people that are even bashing Mr. Cummings, they're only bashing because of one thing. Labron Pona had a visa. They don't connect with him. And how do we connect with him? Everything, you're just slow. You're just reactive. You're not proactive. You're just reactive. We're in a new year. But now, Mr. Cummings will be moving around. Mr. Cummings will be meeting people. We saw during you started what we call a tire rally. You can't be silent in this kind of time. You can't be quiet. You can't be in your reserve box. Let me tell you, the biggest problem I think you have on the ANC, you got no strategy. You're trying to have strategy. There is no strategy. You only react in the moment. You only react in the moment. And that's very bad. You got all the educated people. You got the resources. You got the money. I'm saying it. A United Party had the money that you got, the resources that you get. You will not be talking. Those boys are effective. They will take over the propaganda airway. They will blast you up from all ends. They will push you up from all ends. You need to be proactive and strategic. Keep the communication going. Keep the communication line open. Keep it open. But some of you got personal problem with other people. You bring your own because you don't even know how to connect with other people. You don't even know how to maintain relationship with other people. So guess what you do? You project it on the entire party. So it reflects on Mr. Cummings. So you stop, Mr. Cummings from reaching out or Mr. Cummings do all of this. So what are you there for? What are they paying you for? What are they paying you for? What are they paying you for? If I were there, if I were part of your little, even the boys and girls that are full soldier for you, they complain 24/7. They pay you for you to even take far out from your pocket and help somebody begin and position them, bring them around. You're mean, you're scared, you're mean. The greedy hunter behavior in you're mean. You know what I mean for you to be in Liberia, paying you 4,000, 5,000 a month? Do you know what I mean? That's plenty of money. You in Liberia? That's plenty of money. You will not die. If you take $100 and give it to one of the people and say, you know what happened? Buy bag of rent. Put it in your pocket, you full soil. You will not die. That politics. You do all these small things and keep the people then around you. Keep the people that you're just scared. All the children there, even the other people that want to join you, you go to meeting, you're not even secure, no deal. You're not even in a deal, you're not close up, no deal. You just move from there, you go sit down again. Everybody just saying that phone in the hand. When Mr. Coming around, everybody around him. Chief. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, you're bringing the ANC people in here today that are on a day. You're bringing it here. What are you doing? When people talking your thing, attitude, you go sit down. You think I worry about you? That other people that want political job or whatever. Me, I don't care. I don't want no political job from nobody. If what I'm saying that lie, let it be lie. But if what I'm saying is the truth, then we need to say the truth. What I will say to Baka, what I will say to this, what I will say to that. And that's what we need to do to move our country forward. We hold all of you accountable. Point out your mistakes. You need to open up your line of communication to people. You need to finish up the deal that you started. You need to get serious. You're not proactive. No strategy. To be honest, I'm not seeing in that number one, all Liberians, no strategy. Everything just slow. But now the thing that you're supposed to be doing, but now in the diaspora, Baga come, he doesn't want to raise money. Y'all can raise money. Activities. You all got the resources, you all got the people, you all got to put people to work. You all made it. Oh man, in French we call it ambiance. Y'all, no momentum, no zeal, no momentum. Somebody got to go accuse Mr. Cummings, then you're coming around, you're strategizing, you'll be scrambling how to do it. You got to wait. The next trap that is setting for him or y'all, again, you don't even know what it is. You got no clue because you got no connection. In politics, people even pay people to be to certain places to be there year and year. All the things that we don't see. Everything just slow. I think I win presidency. Joseph Parker not doing nothing. So we are not doing nothing. Key people not doing nothing. All of you are just there. Just slow. You can't remove the back. Oh, and me, let me tell you the truth. I don't own no political party salary. I don't own nobody's salary. So I can tell you exactly how I feel. Straight up. I don't care if you want to accept it or you don't want to accept it. That's not my business. So you need to open the line. Be more proactive. Be strategic. If you all know all the book and you all get all of this, then you need to do what is right. You need to do what is right. In politics, you got to keep your people hungry. You got to keep your people happy. The people that can't be complaining about other parties, they won't come to you. Then you'll get all the bureaucracy, the diplomacy. Sometimes it even scares people away. I'm being honest. Some of the people that bash Mr. Cummings, it's not because he's a bad man. It's because they're afraid. They don't see themselves in the move that you're making. They don't. You still got out thinking that you're better than certain people or other people mentality. So it makes it hard. It makes it very hard. And you can't be satisfied with a group that you get in politics, though. You got to expand and open your tent. You have to. Nothing will happen. If Mr. Cummings even go hang out with the Yana boys, nothing will happen to him. Yeah, even get something. But anyways, so your ANC people been shooting your CPP ANC people been shooting yourselves in the leg. This is why you guys are not making the progression you should be making over this time. And you got a clear playing field now, clean one. At first, Mr. Cummings was in court. He out of court now. Up until now, we can see the momentum on the CPP. We can see it from the ANC. We can't. Nobody can see it. So you guys need to wake up. If you want to be serious about this, you need to wake up. You want Mr. Cummings to win election, you need to wake up. The same way I can say, Joseph Barrow will not stay in Rehab in the election. Mr. Comey will not stay in whatever he is. And you create all the bureaucracy around him. The diplomat, and I'm even president of the bureaucracy there. The day he became president, and I even know say if you're even getting chance to even speak to say hello to your own children. I don't even know. So you need to get out of this. It's very problematic though. It sounds like that fun now, but it's problematic. It's problematic, and you can do so much because you have the resources and the potential. That is just the problem. Lack of communication. You don't communicate. How can you sit? The place I know you get serious problem too. How can you sit? Even we announce it on the show here with you. How can you sit and allow people to pluck right in your nose? You don't know what's going on. What? That's to tell you that you're in serious trouble. You allow people to plot against you right in your midst. You got the resources to deploy and strategically position people to know what's going on in certain places. We were not even running for office without even politically there. When the president go to the bathroom, you can know he went to the bathroom. You who get the resources, you get the connection. You can know. You can see certain things so that you can prepare for it or abort certain things. You should be able to preempt certain things. Prevent certain things. Mitigate certain things before you even come out. That's what you do. Even the news outlet in Liberia. Let me tell you something. You might not let Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But Ellen Johnson Sirleaf understands communication. She understands the role of the media. It's Stanton had not gotten in trouble. But now your ANC people and CPP are in serious trouble. Because the plan no boys have for you. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Up until now, the ANC is still struggling. In election year, the CPP, to even get a strict media that they are working with, to even make their cases 24/7. Up until now, today we speak. Are you serious? Unity Party, CDC. A CDC was now a criminal regime. Tell them you know who are they now buy? You know who are they now position to work for them? You know who are they now talk to make a case for them? You know who are they then reaching out to? Up until now, you are yet to secure or media alike to talk for you, to make your case or to propagate your message. Who told you say people can listen to you when you're talking your own thing? Who told you that? I see you're giving yourself hat and you want form your own platform, you want to do the one. Who will go there? The ANC people will go there because the very first thing, if you start to tell somebody not ANC about your show, they will not want to go there. That's why the class real low is struggling as it's struggling. The only people who support Braga can go there. The same thing will happen to you if you decide to go your own way. You need to understand the issue. You think the Democratic Party in America? You think the Democratic Party in America can't open their own media stations, a Democratic media station? You think they don't have the money? But they work with CNN, MSNBC, and other big outlets to make the case. That's that communication. Because people will listen to those people are supposed to listen to you. How you go convince somebody that already made up their mind against you? You yourself, how you convince them? So how can your ANC people decide to go have your own platform and you decide to say you want to send your own message? How? The first thing you'll be biased. Do you know why people, when some of us decide to tell the truth and we decide to open our mouths, do you know the first reason why they don't counter what we are saying? They can come and say, you ANC man, you know why? Because they want to make it look like the message we are sending is biased towards ANC. The only reason why they can say we ANC station, ANC bought us, ANC do this, is because they're not disputing the message. They're not disputing the message. They will never counter the message because they know this is just the truth. But they want to attach you to a certain party or to a certain group of people so that they can say, that's why you are saying what you are saying. That's all. That is the strategy. And they understand that. So you get them saying, oh, I want an ANC man, I want a Cummins man, or they want that Cummins station there, or they want a Cummins station there. The stations will be Cummins station. The station, Cummings will be spending money behind the station, paying for the station. Then we put Cash App up. You crazy? You crazy? You really crazy? But they try to do that because they want to make it seem like we're biased. That's it. So they will always attach you or link you to a certain political party. I'm saying to you, if you choose to go get your own station, bon voyage. It will be a waste of time. So all of these different strategies, you need to sit down. I don't know who the strategic people. I don't know what kind of thing you can be discussing. I don't know what kind of strategy you can be having to implement. I don't even understand. Up until now, I'm still thinking, how do you guys operate? Even the CDC that is criminally managed is more strategic than the party that got money, that got connection and influence. But now you also will be way ahead from a strategic standpoint. So what is the strategy? We can see it. So reactive thing you'll be on. When we say it, they say this, they say that. But again, that's where we are. At the Liberian politics. But I'm saying this though. I'm not saying there might be lack of strategy and how to move. I'm not saying you might not be lack of that one at your business, your personal business. If that how your members are coming president, at your business. But it's always good to maintain relationship and have open communication. There is nobody that have ever called me and never call you back. That have ever text me and never text you back. Even if I don't respond in time, I'll respond to you. I answer all calls, whether black number, whatever number. Keep an open communication. You'll be able to communicate. Stop projecting yourself as better than the people that you want to lead. Because just this bureaucracy and democracy alone that you're creating brings up all of this speculation. The communication part of it, it's so lacking. It's so lacking that I can even see it from the way how you even coordinate the different shows that you have on behalf of Mr. Cummings. You see one of Cummings' person talking here right now. You see the other person having show too. You see the other person having show, the other person having show. Why do you divide yourself? What you need to do, whether you disagree among yourself or not, just coordinate. Say, the person saying they can come on 2 o'clock, I will get in 2 hours. After 2 hours, I will come on. Because the same thing that the same person that you want to talk for, and the same person the other person talking for. So why you gotta divide all of that thing now? I thought you will go and be supporting each other. Unity Party people. CDC. I don't care. They can be saying Joseph Boaga is Superman. That person can be lying to them and say, all of them will troop there. How politics. CDC. Anybody that decide to talk for Jowea today, so you call Jowea and you talk good thing. Forget about it. They're sending it, everybody coming. But again, it's up to you. You do what you want to do. Like I said, I could care less. I don't care. I'm not affiliated with no party. I'm a stakeholder in every party. So I will continue to speak again. Anything I see or I hear in any party that is wrong, we'll point it out to the public. You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do with the information. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But let's get to other issues here before we get to the standard conversation, because we need to get into that conversation. We'll lay the premise of some things that are happening here. That's what they call people, ANC people, whatever people can carry somewhere, then do whatever they want to do with the information. It's up to them. Many of them are watching from fire or whatever it is. It's their business. It is what it is. I would care less. But most recently, we saw a picture of Joseph Yuma Boakai with Prince Johnson. And I know for a fact, before I came to politics, there are key things that are, before I came around the political arena, there are key things that I started to know from the basic about political parties and politics. The first thing I wanted to understand what's the importance of images, optics or pictures, positionings, body language, and these different things. But I come to understand that optics are very important. Things like pictures and other things, they're very important. They speak louder than anything. That's why there are some pictures that I have in my arsenal or that I keep. I can't post it. I talk it with certain people because if I post them, I would have to send, I would have to answer some questions. I don't have time to go into answering those questions. So guess what I do? Especially with political figures, I keep those pictures. I don't share them publicly. I don't share them. Because the next thing they will say you're supporting the person, you're supporting that person. I've had the opportunity to take pictures with some political leaders and some serious minded people in and out of Liberia. I can post them. I keep them. So optics are very important. So when Joseph Human Boy Guy takes a picture with I hope we're still there. Let me see. Okay, we're still here. Takes a picture with Prince Johnson on the eve or a couple of days, the assistant UN ambassador calling for the Liberian government to go after those that were indicted. That's a problem. You know, Joseph Human Boaga's most recent spokesman, Henry Costa, posted the pictures and then he took them down. I see some people making it look like it's an achievement, and finally Joseph Boaga is going to be president because Prince Johnson went to him. Let me give you this information. And not the first time Prince Johnson met with Joseph Human Boaga. The conversation that they had, it's not a conversation for the public. In fact, those pictures were not supposed to come out. Those pictures were not meant to come out. Well, but because some people want to show off, and this is something that would make the public know that Joseph Boaga is making moves and so forth. Let me tell you something. Even if Joseph Boaga decided to run, even if he decided to run, or let's say he's running, hypothetically, because I still stand what I said here, that Joseph Boaga will not run 2023. Let's say he decides to run. You really think that sweet talk we get Prince Johnson to support Joseph Boaga or the United Party? You think that sweet talk? With the history that you know about Prince Johnson, that meeting and taking picture of me to support Joseph Boaga. Do you know that Prince Johnson is going to support Joseph Boaga in 2017? Do you know that? Do you know he never supported Joseph Boaga in 2017? But not only that, he came and made a fool out of Joseph Boaga and said Joseph Boaga went to Nimakante. They gave him some kind of horn in Nimakante that he's supposed to blow to be president. Joseph Boaga told the wrong one and blew the wrong one. Do you know that? I see all these people trying to get themselves temporarily excited. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself false hope in life. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we all do that. I'm a victim of it as well. There are times where I've wished for some things to happen. That's true. But there is reality. And the fact that people will even use Prince Johnson's picture with Joseph Human Boaga to now justify the criticism that Prince Johnson is a criminal, a war crime person. Prince Johnson killed Doe. It's not a hidden secret. Prince Johnson should be prosecuted. The story of the one economic crime courts that United Party people been pushing. They can throw it aside to celebrate Prince Johnson. Whether that Unity Party or that opposition, whatever it is, it speaks volume of who we are as a people. And what it would be should they take over. I saw someone wrote a comment from the Secretary General from the Unity Party where he Amos Stewart. How Prince Johnson is a good man. Prince Johnson that day. A few weeks ago, you were criticizing Prince Johnson. Okay. All right. We'll see. And we yeah. We'll come by here again and talk about the Prince Johnson picture or whatever it is. When you know, you know. There are some things I would not say right now. There's some things I would not say. But I wrote on somebody post. I asked this question. I said, was this a retirement visit? Stop getting overly excited for nothing before you get hot, before you get pressure. When the truth come out, stop it. That Liberian politics, the road to 2023, is very deceptive. It's very deceptive. It's deceptive. And you hope on Prince Johnson was going to go after Joe. What did Prince Johnson do? And Prince Johnson gave you away. Prince Johnson gave you away. Everybody back to your church. You know, we have to President George Weah. Prince Johnson didn't do that. And Prince Johnson would have never done that. Many of us, the young people, we have no clue who we're dealing with. First of all, Prince Johnson and Joseph Boakai, they're older guys who have been around longer than all of us. They might not be highly educated as some of the younger people, but the experiences they have in the Liberian politics and how to play tricks and how to fool people and how to lie, trust me, it's come with years. You're not smarter than them. You got to pay keen attention to the thing that they don't say and the one that they don't do, and they want to say and they want to do. You have to. Stop getting temporarily excited. Stop it. Prince Johnson fool your president and kill your president. Prince Johnson is not your average person to fool around with or to go into a deal with. Let me say again. Prince Johnson is not your average Liberian. Prince Johnson does not only have military experience and tactics and understands some things. Prince Johnson has vast experiences at different levels. Be very, 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 very careful. Be very careful. You think you understand politics. You think you're smart. But don't fool around with these two old men. Seeing them on the same picture does not mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. But again, since you're so desperate that you have nothing else to hang on to, so you are excited to hang on to this narrative that Prince Johnson is supporting you and he will make you president, and Jeremiah Cohn will be your vice president, and Nima is under your control. Okay, bon voyage. Yako. So that means the quest for one economic crime court, we can count the Unity Party out of it. I don't think it was even strategic to post the picture. And that's why I think the spokesman for Black Eye was told to take the picture down really quick. Can't see nothing yet. That thing here, we getting there. We getting to the place we want to get. We getting there. We are. We are. People are exposing their hands way ahead of time. We getting there. It's one thing for Prince Johnson to announce on the air that he's speaking to the opposition parties, though. Both the Unity Party, CPP, ANC, or other opposition parties is one thing. It's one thing for you to confirm it and affirm it. Anybody can speak to anybody. You ain't understand something. You ain't even know who they are dealing with. Yeah, I know. Are you look me? Are you look me? You'll be there. You'll be there. You'll be posting picture here. We're looking for the next political party that will post Prince Johnson and the political leader picture. We're here. We watching. We following. Very, very carefully. We're following. Very carefully. Again, I will say my only recommendation is pay attention to the political actors, to what they don't say, and what they do. Whatever they don't pay attention to what they say. No, no, don't pay attention to what they say. Pay attention to what they don't do, what they don't say, and what they do. Whatever they tell you, don't pay attention to it. It's not important. As evidenced by that, lots of the political leaders, lots of the political parties have said they will do certain things. We are not seeing it. Give you a typical example. The Unity Party said when they were over the CPP that they were going to revamp the CPP, they were going to Vlad. When they left the CPP, they were going to build a bigger tent, bigger and better tent. They're going somewhere, they're going to form a bigger and better collaboration. Vlad. Vlad. So lies. So let's pay keen attention. The ambassador, the assistant ambassador in Liberia, has just released a press encouraging the Liberian government, especially the judicial branch of government, to prosecute those sanctioned people. That is a direct quote. That is a direct quote. We have time tomorrow to go into that in details. I want to spend hopefully the next few time here talking about, just before our 2 hours mark, talking about what's really happening with Stanton and the Spoon Talk and his boys. So there are a lot of things that are happening, my people. There are a lot of things happening. First of all, let me read the resignation letter. I think we need to start out with a resignation letter for me to take you back and backtrack on some things, make some connections, and make it to make sense. And you can leave from here today. What do you think? What I say, you want to believe it? Whatever we discuss here, it's up to you. I'm not in a place to convince anyone. And there are some people you will not be able to convince anyways. It's just practically hard to convince certain people. Not that they're not good people, but it's practically just hard. It's very hard. So let me go to the publications here. Sorry, I want to take my own down to read it. I want to take my own down to read it. For immediate release, I mean. A little over 3 years ago, we joined forces to build what ultimately became one of the biggest platforms in the Liberian media landscape. We built bridges of trust, not out of thought of perfection, but because we believe in contributing to the greater good of our nation. We forged bonds of friendship and believed we were one family. It is well documented and publicized that the core foundation of Spoon Talk was affected when an indictment was announced against CEO Stanton Witherspoon. We've chosen not to speak to the merits of his case because we have absolute confidence in the United States justice system. We wish Mr. Witherspoon and his family well and pray for the best, cognizant of the magnitude of the crimes he's been accused of. With that being said, due to internal disagreement on the way forward and direction of Spoon Talk, we've made the difficult decision to terminate our association with the platform. This decision was not an easy one, but we can assure our many fans and supporters that this will not be the last time you will hear from us. We will inform you in due time of our plans as we strive to see a better and prosperous Liberia. God bless you all. Chairman Ben Sendi, Chief Tumalin Nawolo, George, and I think number one, or the letter Dr. Henry P. Bade, and Kif Hassan. That was the publication. First of all, in my view, the resignation is belated. Everybody has the right to give credit to whoever they want to give credit to. That's fine. A few months ago, when we announced on the same platform that certain people should be careful that they were watching them, and Stanton would get in trouble. A member of the Spoon Talk came in my inbox, tried to disrespect me and threaten me. And I said to that member, let me tell you something. And not everything we can talk on Facebook. There are some things we're aware of. Not because we don't see it on Facebook, mean that we don't know. And I told that member that I could prove to him what I said was true if he doesn't believe it. He should tell me where he is, and I will join in there and meet him and show him evidences about what we speak about. That's not how Liberian people talk. It's not a hate conversation. We don't hate anybody. We handled it like men behind closed doors, and that was it. When Spoon indictment came out, the indictment are cleared it in the public. These members needed to resign or step away. If they really care about their integrity, they didn't have to wait 30 days or whatever it is. Because it's about them. It's no longer about Spoon. It's about them. They didn't recruit Spoon to bring him to the network. Spoon recruited them and brought them onto the network. Are two different things. Whether you like it or not, Spoon recruited them. Part of the problems you'll see today, the internal disagreement that you're hearing about. Yeah, Al, if you will, let me know if you're available. I can send you the. Hold on 1 second. I can send you the link if you don't want to call in. I can definitely give me a second, Al. I'll check your. Hold on. Give me a second, bro. Give me just a second. Give me, guys, hold on. Let me see. I just had it man here. What they got going? Okay, I think I sent you. Check your. Oh man. Yeah, check your inbox. I sent you something. Check your inbox. So part of what you're seeing today, like I said to you earlier on, has an origin. These men and women, when Spoon's allegation did not come out yet, the indictment, they sat on Spoon Talk and allowed Witherspoon to disrespect them in public. They sat there in the line, they didn't check him. You know the people who I respect? You know, for me, the people who I respect? Dr. Francis, not Dr. Francis, Dr. What name? What they got? What the puppy name? What the puppy name? Reverend Martin. Let me tell you something. Walk away from any situation that will take away your pride and your dignity, especially if somebody is deliberately dishonoring and disrespecting you. Do it. Reverend Martin walked away because he felt disrespected and dishonored. Another person that walked away from Spoon Talk long before, about a year or so ago, Katama. They've come to earn my respect. They have. Me personally, I respect them. That's what you do. Standing with us will not change. No, you will not change. Even in this situation that he's in, he's still pompous, prideful, unrepentant, not remorseful, and he still got his head big. He still got his head big. And he's a control freak. He controlled all of them. All of them, the men or the women, all of them, he controlled them. You think he will change? He will not change. Standard will not change. He's not going to change. That's who he is. That's his nature. It's not going to change. They sat on our platform. He bamboozled them, disrespected them, dishonored them. They sat there. Even when some of the guests then came there, they sat there. But this thing is bigger than your see here. The particular thing here, your state choking is big. It's big. They should have walked away long time ago. Not only that, when someone told them that they were in contract, they signed contract with Witherspoon were paying them. They did. Can I lie? They did. They signed contract with him. They did. They took his money, the same criminal money that we're talking about today. They ate his money. I see most of the other talk show hosts and most of the other people in silent, whatever. They took money from Stanton. They ate criminal money. Nobody's saying anybody's perfect. But there are just some things that you don't allow people to do to you. I'm not the first time having internal disagreement. You know how many disagreements and I have behind closed doors for them to be disrespectful to them? And that's troubling. You can't get grown people who can afford, especially in a country, you can go to work and get your own money and allow someone to come and bamboozle you and disrespect you and dishonor you. Or that now they know. Don't listen to that thing what they wrote. There's a political aspect to it. First of all, Steno is not even a serious man. Steno got bigger trouble than that money, than that whole case that you see. He got bigger trouble than that. But that, to the down did go into it. But just remember that. Remember what I said today. Just remember that. Certain people refuse to discuss certain issue about Steno. Let me tell you something. I've always said this, and I'll always say, it's okay for us to disagree. But it is not okay for anybody to pay you to stop saying the truth or standing for what is right. It's not okay. Once you get into that point, you sold your birthrights. Many of these people you see on Facebook and other places, they sold their birthrights. Especially knowingly, so they can discuss the whole state of kids. When you put it, so they put it, so they put it. I see some stupid people talking about, oh, woman, go pray God. Pray God for what? You think God are juju, man? You think God confused? God are your uncle? God are your uncle? Y'all pass it around. Y'all say y'all want for all the whole people accountable. I say y'all want for the whole people accountable. When we try to hold people accountable, they had the same person pass around and say, woman, go pray God. Pray God for what? Pray God for what? What kind of bunch of, I don't understand, inconsistent people we have. You say God might do the one, God doing what you say he should do. Then you say, woman, pray God again for the sin. Woman, pray against God himself. So we should go and pray against God himself? So the people that stand on, put their life at risk and do other things like crime. And I'm not saying allege. I'm not saying allege. I'm going by the documents. These are factual documents. I'm not talking about who can read. They'll pass around and say, oh, woman, do they allege? Just say allege. I'm going by what the document is. There is no way they're not getting out of this. So you'll forget about that one. So these people pass around and they try for all the dodge and sweet talking and play they want, do that one, do that one. And people, we either want change or we don't want change. And it got to start from us being able to say the hardcore truth to our friends and our relatives. If I go and take money from somebody who is a criminal or who did something wrong, it's okay for me to be held accountable for it. There is nothing wrong with that. My people, Liberian people, you gotta wake up from this thing. That they can criticize or they can hold certain people accountable because they're close to our hearts or they're close to home, or if you expose them one, you do them one. You gotta graduate from these things. This is the beginning. Let me tell you today, this is how a good nation is built. This is how people go forward. You are not afraid to hold your friend accountable. I told you before on the show, right? The day I find out I get proof that Sekou take corrupt money from somebody, I will tell you. I will tell you. And I will not wait for one more. I will resign from SKTV. And we yet, I will put it on the books. Unless I don't know. The day I get to know. I'm not waiting for one more. So, Ben Senvi, Tomalin George, Kef Hassan, Dr. Peabody, they're not doing you no favor by resigning right now. They're not doing you a favor. They're not doing what is right for Liberia. No. And not what is right for Liberia. That's what they're doing. That's not true. Y'all want to go praise them, y'all go praise them. Remember I told you about pictures, optics are important. Remember I told you about that. This move is not mutually exclusive from the trip that Ben made to Liberia. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you today. Let me tell you something. I asked the CPP chairman, Musa Bedede, a question here about Ben Senvi. I ask Mariah a question here about Ben CMV. Anytime I ask a question, I don't know about other people, I know the answer to that question. And yeah, anytime I'll give you a news before I leave the show today. Anytime I ask a question, I know the answer to that question before I ask that question. I don't know about other people, but me, I will know the answer before I ask that question. I follow Ben Senvi. Ben Senvi was not just only in Liberia. Ben Senvi was in Sierra Leone. Ben Senvi was in Togo with the vice president before he came out of Liberia. Joey didn't just call him out of a blue to go on a friendly visit. They don't buy that foolish stock. And the lines are open. Ben Senvi can call, he can write and request to come on the show. I'll give him the link. This will be one of the first time I will reveal to him what they discussed and what the plans are. I will open an open challenge to Ben Senvi. And the reason I'm doing these things is because we need to get to the point where we'll be serious. There should be no more time for games around. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But when you want to help people, you help them. You can't claim to want to help people, but at their expense, you use them. That's troubling. That is problematic. That is very disturbing. That is hurtful. The problem our people facing today, these are some of the people that are the cause. The young people, we play so much games with the lives of people. We play double games. We have double hands. And that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. I don't care. You can be my friend. Look, if I call you back, Chief. I mean, I call you back, brother. You call me, I call you back. Or maybe you didn't see my missed call, but I did. I call you back, but I'll call you. I'll call you after the show. I know you're not available to come. I would have sent you the link, but I know you're not available. Let me say this to y'all. Nobody should think in the wildest dream. It don't make any sense. I know Ben Senvi had a relationship with the vice president a long time ago, before she could become vice president. But it don't make any sense for him to parade the way he's parading as a major opposition that opposition. Let me say it to you today. In politics, opposition that opposition. You can't want to take somebody woman from them and be best friend with that person. You're witchcraft. Ben Senvi can't want to see Joria and be best friend with Joria and talking to Joria on the phone. That's not true. They're not Ben Senvi wanting this move. It's a big and a deeper move than you think. They're not Ben Senvi wanting this move. This move is well planned, well calculated. Stanton put a phone in him up. But I know he will try to fight back. Like I said this morning, he's deeper than you think. I know Stanton will try to fight back. And he will use the McGill range to fight back. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if Eugene Fagon and other people start fighting back on his behalf. It wouldn't be surprising to me. But that's a side point. The point here is, when I wanted to come on, but I don't know what's going on. I wanted to come on, man. I sent you the link, bro. I'll send you the link. If you're watching, you can log on, or come on, whatever. Because I will soon be leaving here. Remember when McGill got sanctioned Now let me come to the story, the origin of some of the things that you're seeing today. Remember, I told you these things are not coincidental, they're not mutually exclusive. Everything that you will see after the election, everything that you see now playing out, the result of the election is being worked out and played. You don't know about it, doesn't mean that it's not existing. It is existing. It's happening. Discussions are ongoing. Before Prince Johnson visited Joseph Yuma Bwaka, Prince Johnson went somewhere, but you don't know where he went. You don't know who he met, but he went somewhere and met with somebody. He met somebody else, but you don't know the one I saw. You would have never known Prince Johnson met with Joseph Yuma Bwaka. A Joseph Yuma Bwaka spoke man, and I put it for him. But hey, that's the nature of this politics. So sometimes we sit and just watch as it play out. But let me get back to McGill. McGill got sanctioned. I wrote on my Facebook page that McGill will fight back. McGill has been fighting back. McGill will not stop fighting back. Stanton attacked, exposed, and fought Samuel Twe. By extension, President George Weah. Because whatever President Samuel Twe does, President George Weah sanctions it. He's aware of it, he knows about it, and he agrees with it. Do you remember these words today? President George Weah knows about it, sanctions it, agrees with it, and he's aware of it. Kev Hassan switched his loyalty from McGill to President George Weah when Kev Hassan met George Weah in Liberia. And yeah, switched his loyalty from McGill to George Weah when he met George Weah face to face, vis-a-vis in Liberia. Kev Hassan was brought around by McGill. Kev Hassan was brought on Spoon Talk through the connection of McGill to Stanton. Kev Hassan knows where the bodies are buried. Stanton knows you get fool around Kev Hassan. He knows that. And they know each other. They know all of the conversation they've been having. They know all the connection that Kev Hassan made for him, he made for Kev Hassan, whatever it is. But somebody else stepped into the picture. Changed the whole story when Ben came from Liberia. That trip to Liberia, what Ben made. The opposition needs to be very careful. Okay. That trip to Liberia, the meeting of the president, where Ben met the president, and they chill almost whole day. They hang out almost one whole day. And not church talk they were talking. They were not talking about girls. They were not on Jew level. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing. No boys are putting themselves together. Yo, put the pieces together as time goes by. The pieces will start falling together. And today we're zooming in on Ben. Why it took them so long? Did they need approval from Spoon Talk? As a matter of fact, part of the discussions that was held in Liberia was to revamp the whole Spoon Talk. Rose said, another time I'm talking about Mama. I understand what you're talking about. They met with everybody. None of them going to, all of them went together. None of what I'm talking about. None of what I'm discussing. And went like already a few days. Hey, yeah, brother Joe, we had to hang out with it. That picture you saw on Facebook, leave that thing, man. Forget about that thing. The discussion they had, where they got inside, the whole discussion, the whole that scam. The real discussion, the one that he would want tell people to believe, the real discussion. Okay, Rose, Gary, no problem. I agree with you. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. Anything you want to believe in, mama. No wala. And not just the president he met with the minister, he met with the governor, he met with whoever it is. No wala. I met Joshua, always objective, chief. Hey, yeah. Let me tell you something. Our objective, it's just that I can't create story where there is no story. I can't accuse people where I don't have fact. And not because I want to be quote unquote objective, me, I gotta make up something against somebody when it's not there. Let me see if Al is available. Al, are you there? Oh, it's still loading.
I'm here. Hoping that way is good.
Yeah, my man, you need to come. You're loading. Al is still loading. So, like I was saying, I'm almost hitting the 2 hours mark. We're already hitting the 2 hours mark. The goal, part of the strategy was to come to America because he was there when Stanton got hit with this thing. Come to America, refund the whole station. First, the government wanted to close the station. You know who begged for them to not close the station down? Keith Hassan. I challenge Keith Hassan to say that lie. Keith Hassan begged so we can use the station, turn it around. Talk for the government on the station. You don't close it. Kev. Yep. Kev Hassan did that. So the government was contemplating on doing that. But the hiccups was because Stanton kept hitting them, kept hitting the government, Stanton brought on Fagon. So they wanted Fagon gone. Fagon was not going to be there again. They wanted Fagon gone. Fagon was one of the people that were on the top of the list. They don't want him on there. They didn't want Fagon on there anymore. They wanted him gone from that station. But Stanton wanted to keep Fagon there because Fagon is from the Natana Magio and it could bring noise. Fagon will bring Yoruba behind the government because Fagon not happy with the government. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I really want to bring that man on, man. Oh, man. Give me a second. Let me call really quick. Give me a second, guys. 1 second.
I can see myself.
Learn.
Yeah, it's
Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very sorry. We had to connect with Al here via phone. We have Al give us some update really quick. Then we got some interesting news to pop up. We'll give it quick and we'll give it from here because 2 hours now. Yeah, Al, my man, what's going on?
Not bad. No, I was just actually I called earlier actually to join you on the program with that Stanton stuff. It's unfortunate what happened to Stanton, even though the crime he committed, those are serious offenses in the U.S. But what I couldn't understand, I think he touched on a lot of those stuff, and a lot of our police don't understand is that what Stanton did in America had nothing to do with the Spoon Network. The Spoon Network, like it or hate it, I think it has become an integral part of our information dissemination system, and it's a hustle need.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think anybody should be to take that away from. It's not a center. I created a media before. Other people benefited from it. We raised money for people. We did it. Your platform has been, so it's like when a doctor is phoned for committing crime, does that mean that the hospital that he built should be closed? No. The hospitals keep running because people are going to get sick. People will need doctors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the hospital doesn't stop functioning because a doctor will form sexually harassing someone. No, you never see that happen. So with those guys, I know all those guys. I know Thomas and George. I know Ben Savvy. The only person that I really do not know that I've never interacted with is Peabody, Dr. Peabody. But other than that, I've interacted with all the guys on a personal level, even talk to them on the phone several times, so I know them. Ben Savvy, why I do not have 100% evidence, we were reliably informed that he's been, pushing his case to and it comes at no surprise. Ben used to be with the CEC before. Right after the 2017 election, those were the people that left the LP and went to the CDC. George reacted them to the curve. He left the game. Now that he's close to the VP, now that the MPP is in negotiation again and turning, people are moving towards trying to get into the MPP side. So I see where this probably. But we were reliably informed. I knew that letter was going to be out 2 days in advance. So there where I believe the news, because the news were already out before the letter came out. So I already knew that Tue had given some money. I got some other information that they were arguing in the chat room that about Tue. Apparently, the government was actually financing the Spoon Network. Actually, the government was giving money to Spoon Network. Yes, the government actually wanted that network out. I think it was Tue initiative. And they were kind of, feeling bad that they supported it because the Spoon Network ended up becoming a very thorn in the flesh. So I got some info that they were on that. But the bottom line here is the abrupt departure from Spoon Network by those guys was unwise. I think it had to do with self-aggrandizement. It had nothing to do with moral. None of the guys had the courage to stand up to Stanton. Nobody had courage to say anything about the kids. So why now leave the network? I feel bad for Stanton because those guys should have been his friends. How will you abandon someone at the worst moment? I think if they were true friends to Stanton, they could have at least kept what he built. Because it's information dissemination is the vital part of every democracy. And we all need that. We need SKTV, we need across Liberia, we need, how they call the other one, we need everybody. We need to keep talking. The more we talk, we keep holding government feet to the fire, people will tend to do the right thing. So those guys departing, even if nothing induces, it's become more questionable why they would do it now. And if they say, it's because the indictment, the indictment has no bearing on the radio station. Stanton, I don't think the radio has been in part of his personal property that was confiscated. Stanton was online the other day said that he doesn't own something. Even if he owns it, the bottom line here is I see people in the opposition that didn't like Stanton for whatever reason, if they have a good reason, that want the station closed. No. Opposition, new position, no position, no matter what your disagreement with Stanton is, Spoon Network should not go down the drain. It should not fail. If something that other all have to get and wrap around it, we should all wrap around it and keep that network up. The government doesn't want the network to flourish because the network is a hustle need. And it's going to be a serious problem, pose a serious threat to the government 2023 elections. So they don't want to get rid of it. And I'm told that they even planning on closing the station down. They may find bogus charges. I hope someone within the opposition can purchase that network and keep it alive. Give me a two-person listen to it.
You're 100% right about the plans to close the network. That's something that, on my Facebook page in previous weeks, when the discussion was ongoing, I hinted the public that they would close the network. They were contemplating on closing or revamping the network. The plan was to get Ben and other guys to revamp the network. But Stanton wouldn't let go. Stanton didn't want to let go to give them full control. This is where the noise started from in the chat room. Stanton did not want to, because Stanton by nature, he's controlling. That is a fact. He wants to be in control of everything. He wants to, direct the conversation, do this and do that. But he also is aware that the government wants to punish him for speaking out against them when they fell out. That is the major problem. And it will go all in on him. So more likely so the network wouldn't stay up. They will shut it down. Now Spoon can operate on Facebook and other places, but they probably will not have their news relayed in the airtime. They probably will not have that. So they will have to shut it down. They even went as far as the conversation even went as far as threatening to get him sent on his son and Jean Goude Flomo, which both of them are on government scholarship out of the country to get him back to get him from that place. And these guys are ruthless. They will do that. They don't play like that. Exactly. So Stanton is in a hot spot, but at the same time, it is what it is. He made his bed.
Those people that tear Stanton down, the Spoon network down. If you're in the opposition or wherever you are, don't think on that. You may not like the information coming from Spoon TV. Just turn it off. But for now, there will be some changes to Spoon TV. I think this is time. Don't stop watching. If you hated it before watching now, give it more rating. Let us piss the government up more. They do not want it. Honestly, they do not want it.
Yeah, but then it's incumbent on the opposition to position themselves strategically. You see what I'm saying? To position themselves strategically.
I think the opposition to take over the network.
Well,
the government bringing everybody, but let them take over the network.
Taking over that one thing. How is it? Because if you really look at the truth, then that means they have to go through the process of probably changing the name and so forth. So it's
there's no shortage of name out there. We can find something. Try as you call it CPP.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you that the network should keep running. I agree with that because we need everybody. We need everybody. We need a full estate to be able to hold government and other people accountable. That I'm in total agreement with. It's just how they will proceed and if they can get the government to not shut it down, to shut the airtime down on the radio.
Well, it will look bad on the government. Government can do anything. Government will do whatever they want. They close Coastal Radio down. They are not open. Nothing happens. So, but these are the thing people forget is when they are in power, they believe that they are invisible and untouchable. Look, these crimes they build up. If you close one station down, you close two stations down, all that thing interfere with the government saying that there is press freedom. There are international partners that pay keen attention to those things and it will come in handy. So if the government want to be petty and close the radio down, they will have to give justification. And if the station is in another hand and the justification is not convincing enough, we're going to duck it. You see, these things don't happen. Look, McGill did what he was doing for years, building a museum for his mom, spending money recklessly, pay to play, all those things. But one morning, he was slammed for attention.
Right.
And the American going to continue, they're going to ram it up pretty soon. They're thinking on prosecution and everything. So it's going to happen gradually. They will start pushing these guys against the wall. It's the same thing. So I don't want us to put the cart before the horse.
Right.
Horse. Let them do it. We already know that they want to do it. Let them do it. If they do it, so it be. But at least let us keep fighting. And have it on the record that this government is against press freedom. And, that this government wants to stifle our voice and silence us. So I think let us get that reaction out of this. Same thing to get that reaction.
Same for that. I appear on Spoon Talk tomorrow.
Appear. Honestly, we all should appear. Everybody should appear. That is for me. Yeah. I'm all for anything that is for the general public.
Right.
If I ever felt that Spoon TV was implicated in Stanton case, if I ever felt that Spoon TV was detrimental to Liberia, I would have been the first person to put it out there. But those guys, the letter that they wrote was vague. It was shady. I know Thelmany George. We're not happy. I think it's emailed my brother like, oh, what, but maybe we'll go a long way. Yeah, I know we'll go a long way with most of these guys, but let's assume you didn't take money from Twitter. Let's assume it's just rumor. Bottom line is, leaving Stanton at this time, leaving his network at this time was ill-advised, was a bad idea. If you guys wanted to protest against Stanton or do something, I think you could have done it in another way.
Right.
But you guys have made me for yourself. You whining and dining with folks in power now. You're doing things. You cannot just abruptly. And honestly, Dr. Richardson, I have a personal problem with her. I really don't have no problem with her anymore. Actually, what we have been transpired with you a month ago, years ago. So I really don't think anything personal with her. I think I've found a new level of respect for Dr. Richardson.
Okay.
I like her stand, and I think she has grown in the media. I've interviewed her several times in the past. We've done shows together, so I know her. I think she has improved, over the years in the media, and I think she's doing good. I like her resilience. I know people wanted her to get off that show. People threatening her, but I think she should stay. As a woman, they should probably get another female there and balance it, and I think she should stay. She's doing a problem. I respect her for what she did. I respect her for standing by with Stanton. I respect her for keeping the media running.
Okay. Well,
despite my personality, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the updates.
Thank you, man.
Okay, no problem, bro. I'll hit you up later. I'm about to close up here.
All right.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks to all for helping us, bring some perspective to this conversation. I don't have a thought on Dr. Francine being on the show yet, to be quite honest. I don't want to say anything about it. And the reason I don't want to say anything about it yet, there are some things that you got to explore. We will see. We'll talk, but we'll see. The ones we talk about are the ones that we've explored and we know what's going on. Let me give this information really quick before I leave the show. I know sometimes when you're talking other things and you want to keep the conversation going, people can come on and distract. Let me give somebody an attention because this person want to rush the news, but send the one and they will get the news and we'll call it a day. This person is a Jose Yumabwaga supporter, Miffy Deco. Yeah, one of the people that always come on the show and distract with Jose Yumabwaga business. Even when you don't want to talk about Jose Yumabwaga, some days you want to have a general conversation, give Jose Yumabwaga a breather and not hold him accountable. They still want to, kind of fool around. Okay, let me give him something to think about. And let me announce it to the general public. Jose Yumabwaga is coming back to America. And he'll be back for a procedure. Maybe Deco, I know you're a foot soldier. You're a sycophant who do not understand what's going on. But since I'm not equal, I will educate you and inform you ahead of time before it happens. I don't take party mandate. I'm not part of no political party. And I'm on no party mandate. The information I get you will never be privy to it. You will never get anything, nowhere in your life to hear it, because you identify as a sycophant. When we are discussing serious money issue, you need to sit down and learn and hear what we are saying. You think that fun you're making? Let's see who laughs the last. He's coming back to America. Have a good day.
Lump.
Beats.
Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me. Bombe jene oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie. Your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie, bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. I hear them say they want me go. I say
Some of them say they want me go.
I say
Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Hey, see bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me.
Okoro, 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 okoro.
They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah.
Okoro,
They won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah.
okoro. French, see French, can't see Papa T